Ada, because I trapped a cat? Please read this post fully. I need genuine advice, please. I am not posting this in a way to seem like I'm right. I really just don't know if what I did was right. I have some birds. We have been keeping them for 5 years and some for longer than that. We kept some in joined cages with separate bars and made a really nice home for them outside, and sometimes bring them new birds to play with. We had a total of about 16 birds. We never hit them or anything. We were not abusive to them. One of our birds seemed unhappy living in the cage, so we just let her go. We raised baby birds, took care of them, etc. Recently, this cat has come to our home. We tried to shoo it away many times, but it kept coming back. It was a black cat with green or yellow eyes. We tried to scare her off multiple times, but she kept coming back. For months, she ate our bird through the cage. The only thing left of him was his head, and because of that, other birds died from the amount of times the cat scared them. They were traumatized. Some were injured because of her too. I still don't know how she managed to eat that bird through the cage. There was blood, feathers, his head inside the cage, and the rest of his body was nowhere to be found. We tried to put the birds inside, but someone in my family did not agree to that, and if we rebelled against her, that person would have fought about it. My family's health is not very good, and they cannot take stress. To avoid it, everyone decided not to provoke that one family member in our house to fight. We started looking for other solutions. We changed their location, and that's when one of them was killed. Eventually, we decided that we should let go of our birds, who has been living completely fine with us for years, and took several out of their cages and let them fly away. We were so worried about them that it was starting to affect us as well. At this point, only 3 were left. Then we decided to put something over their cages to protect the cat against her. We didn't want to make the birds live in the dark forever, so we took it off during the day. Then one day, I was awake at the time I was supposed to go to school, but I wasn't going to go that day. All of a sudden I heard my bird scream, so loudly and so continuously. I immediately looked out the window and saw the cat. I frantically banged on the window to get her to leave, then she ran away. I went outside and saw the bird outside the cage, under the car where the cat was going towards. If you read until this point, you were probably thinking that we did not close the cage properly or something. We did. We tried to put ribbons/wires on their cages to get them to stop coming out like this. I'm not sure if we put one on hers specifically, and that is definitely my mistake. I should have tied one on hers as well. She was luckily saved and not injured. At this point, I was so angry at that cat, and I had been telling my mom to trap the cat and take her someplace far away from us since the first few birds died. It was my idea from the beginning. Our plan was we would trap the cat, put it in the car, drive someplace far away, and drop it off there. We didn't mean to take it to a place that was deserted or anything. She could eat all the birds she wanted over there. There was no abuse, no hitting her, or anything. She got trapped in a cage. We put some meat, and she took the bait and got inside, then the cage closed. Well, I was not very happy because the time at which she was caught was very inconvenient. It was 11 p.m. and she was banging on the cage, and when we went to her, she started to make crying sounds. We gave her some meat and some milk, but she just yanked the milk away. So, we just decided to wait until tomorrow to get her to another place. Keep in mind, we did not intend to hurt her or send her to a place that was not very good, like we were thinking to drop her off in a park or something. Well, in the morning, at breakfast, before we dropped off the cat, she was crying again. And then when our neighbors heard her crying, they came up to our house and just starting loudly yelling and shouting about the cat and banging on our gate. Multiple people. They said that the cat was theirs. They sweared at my mother, calling her a bitch for trapping the cat, and that they would call the police on her. My mother shouted back that they shouldn't have let that cat come into our home for months. We never knew it was owned by somebody. We assumed, because it had been coming here for months just to see our birds, that it was a stray cat. They yelled so loudly, borderline jumping over the gate. We didn't say no to them when they asked for it back, and we weren't intending to either. If they had simply said, "We want this cat back. This is our cat," we would have given them the cat back. But they didn't say anything of the sort. They just yelled, "You're torturing our cat. You smart person, come over here and face me. Cats go from here to there all the time, and when we said for them to keep their cat in their own home, or like put a leash on it, they said something like, 'Who puts a cat on a leash? What kind of ladies are you? We will call the police and file a case against you. Do you know who I am?'" Much more inaudible yelling was there, and at that point, I just started crying. I was crying by then because so many people were just plain shouting. Just came up to our house, saw the cat, and just starting shouting. When we came to, things got even more heated, and the shouting was so loud you could 100% hear it till the end of the street.
Now,
I think I'm in the wrong for suggesting that idea in the first place, and well, I feel that trapping the cat was wrong. We never knew it was kept by somebody. It kept coming into our home, trying to eat our birds. We thought she was hungry. I don't know what we should have done. I think I definitely did something wrong, but I really never intended to abuse her, just to drop her off someplace else. It's not like I'm sugarcoating anything. If I did do something wrong, please tell me. ADDITIONALINFO. I'm sorry, I forgot to include this part, that we should have asked around if it was anyone's cat. The thing is, there are cats everywhere, lots of different cats in our neighborhood, different cats, black, white, brown, multicolored, and they are most likely not owned by anyone because you can see them all around the street in a very large amount. We've dealt with these types of cats before, we shoo them away, and they stop coming back. And another thing is that we cannot go around and ask everyone if a certain cat is owned by a certain person. Either you will get no response, their guards will respond, or you will get yelled. There are many cats. If you pick one and ask people if that cat is theirs, you're going to have to pick 5 more and ask the same question to everyone again. The amount of cats that are here, are on the streets walking around on their own, are a lot. There are streets nearby with cats as well. Because of this reason, we didn't think twice that it was a stray cat and not a house cat because, well, house cats are supposed to be in the house. We have seen many other cats as well, and they live around the street and are scared of humans. So I didn't really think it would be a problem. If I just dropped the cat off at a nearby park or something, and then the cat would live peacefully, and we would also live peacefully. I didn't intend to harm the cat. It was crying for a bit, yes. We tried to give it some food and milk, and then after morning came, we would just drop her off. To give you an idea of how many stray cats are here, you won't be surprised if you see 3 cats all around a street. You won't immediately think that they are owned by someone. And usually you wouldn't expect a cat owned by someone else to be in someone else's house most of the time. Peeing on car covers, leaving paw prints on the windows, and eating the pets of your neighbor, reducing the number from 16 plus to 3 for 4 months. Well, we gave them back the cat a long time ago. It's been a few hours since this happened. We told them to speak to us respectfully, but they just started swearing at us. Of course, our main purpose of trapping the cat was to make it leave our home peacefully without any hostility by sending it away to a park of the sort, so we had no problem returning it to them, but they were so aggressive towards us. I love birds, I love cats. I wanted to somehow separate both by getting the cat to go somewhere else so that it could stop eating our birds. Edits/updates. They're still talking about it to the point you can even hear it from inside the house. The cat is not injured or suffered any form of physical damage. We gave it meat and milk, and it is with them. I can hear them from outside. And they're still talking about the same thing. It's been almost 6 hours since it happened. Edit. I'm not sure if I'm in the right. Their cat damaged our private property, left paw marks, peed on our cars, peed on our car covers, and also ate our pets and caused us significant damage, without any way to know if the cat was owned or not. We wanted to protect our property, so we tried to remove that cat from our home to another place where both us and the cat can live in peace. And now we are considering moving away because we told them to respectfully speak to us. S&D, they started almost jumping over the gate. If they had physically jumped over, we would not have been able to defend ourselves. We would only be able to call the police. Their reaction IMO was uncalled for. If they saw their cat trapped, they could ask for it back. It wasn't like we took it the moment we saw it. We waited for months for it to leave. It didn't leave. It actually stayed with us for most of the day. Every day we saw it in our home, morning, evening, afternoon, trying to get our birds, peeing, stepping its paws. For months, every day, every morning, afternoon, evening, killing almost all my childhood birds, leaving 3, putting one of the 3's life in danger, Oswell. So we set up a cage, it got into the cage, we decided to let it go in a nearby park. That's it, no damage to anyone. We got cursed at, sweared at, without knowing if anyone owned, which was very hard to find out, due to the large number of cats everywhere and the hostility of people from the beginning. We also got threatened with actions of trying to trespass and jump over the gate. We were not refusing to give the cat, we were telling them to speak respectfully, and at this, they sweared at us and borderline jumped over. It's been 12 hours. The cat is still coming to our house. We told them to not let their cat enter our house. We now are aware that it's not a stray, and it's owned by somebody. They're not stopping it from coming here and peeing all over, leaving paw prints and eating our birds. We have to stay like this according to their actions of not preventing the cat from coming here.